Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am VC Pramod with the Midday News. The headlines. 14th East Asia Summit begins in Bangkok. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe. Discusses issues of mutual interest, including preparing ground for India-Japan 2+2 dialogue. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis meets BJP President Amit Shah, expresses confidence, new government to be formed soon. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar says responsible behaviour should be shown by people to tackle the problem of air pollution. And in women's cricket, India defeat West Indies by 53 runs in second ODI to level the three-match series. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talks with his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe in Bangkok today. They held a discussion on a host of issues of mutual interest, including on preparing the ground for India-Japan 2+2 dialogue and the annual summit to be held later this year. Later, Mr. Modi took part in the luncheon meeting on sustainable development. The Prime Minister is taking part in the 14th East Asia Summit EAS, which began today. The EAS is a unique platform of the Asia-Pacific where leaders hold discussions on various development projects in the region. Official sources said the agenda for today's East Asia Summit is to review the future direction of cooperation and exchange views on regional and international issues. We now go live to our correspondent Manas Pratim Sharma in Bangkok. Manas, what are the issues likely to be discussed at the EAS that the Prime Minister is attending?
Well, Pramod, the East Asia Summit in Bangkok is going on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as you mentioned earlier, has taken part in the summit. The issues, basically we can say the meeting is to discuss the future roadmap of the East Asia Summit. The development that has been made so far, it will be reviewed. One issue, this is very important, counter-terrorism. Apart from that, there are some priority areas on the part of India. These are the environment issue, connectivity, clean energy. Pramod, back to you.
The Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership RCEP summit is also taking place later in the day. RCEP is a comprehensive free trade agreement we negotiated between ASEAN nations, including India and China. Manas, what is the significance of the summit?
Well, Pramod, negotiations for this important summit are on. In fact, negotiations are in the final stage. There are a total of 16 members. They will review the status of the negotiation for the progress they have made. And there are some issues. India wants a win-win situation for all. There are some concerns regarding the Chinese goods. India want to make it very clear that all the member countries of RCEP should be benefited from this agreement. Pramod, back to you.
Thank you, Manas, for that update. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi today. Mr. Fadnavis sought more assistance from central government for farmers affected due to unseasonal rain in the state. Later, talking to reporters, Mr. Fadnavis expressed confidence that a new government will be formed soon.
महाराष्ट्र को नई सरकार की जल्द से जल्द आवश्यकता है और जल्द से जल्द नई सरकार बनेगी. हम पूरी तरीके से आश्वस्त हैं.
Union Minister for Environment and Climate Change Prakash Javadekar has said that a responsible behaviour should be adopted by the people to tackle the problem of air pollution. He was speaking on the sidelines of a function in New Delhi today.
पोल्यूशन ये जनता को तकलीफ देने वाली एक समस्या है. कल भी प्रधानमंत्री जी थाईलैंड में होकर भी उन्होंने भी पीएमओ ने भी एक यहाँ महत्वपूर्ण मीटिंग की और सचिव और मुख्य सचिव सबके आए थे. आज भी हो रही है एक मीटिंग.
The minister expressed happiness that this time there was a drop of over 70% in firecracker use during Diwali. Earlier, delivering the inaugural address at the ICC Sustainable Conclave 2019 on chemical industry in India, environmentally sound management, Mr. Javadekar said the NDA government is ready to give freedom to industries if responsible care is exercised by them. He asked those gathered at the conclave and all the stakeholders to create an end-to-end system which is sustainable. He also spoke about water efficiency and stressed on preserving and conserving it. He said Indian lifestyle is very environment sensitive and pro-environment but this aspect is not seen in business practice. The odd-even car rationing scheme to curb air pollution in the national capital came into effect from today. It will continue till the 15th of this month. Today, vehicles with number plates having an even number like 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 as the last digit are allowed to ply. The scheme will be in effect from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on all days except Sundays. The scheme restrictions will not apply on two-wheelers, women drivers and vehicles being used for medical emergencies and ferrying school children. Delhi government has deployed over 2,000 additional buses to cater to public transport demand during that period. Delhi Metro will also run 61 additional trips during the 12-day scheme. In a tweet, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal urged people to abide by the odd-even scheme, saying it is for everyone's benefit. Violations of the rule will invite a fine of 4,000 rupees. Our correspondent reports over 600 teams of Delhi Traffic Police and the Transport and Revenue Department have been deployed for a strict implementation of the schemes across the city.
Two-wheelers and electric vehicles have been exempted from the restrictions, but not CNG-driven vehicles. The reason for not exempting CNG vehicles is that CNG stickers were being sold in black market and misused by some people to bypass the scheme during the previous editions of the odd-even scheme. Women-only vehicles with children aged up to 12 years and vehicles occupied by physically disabled persons are also exempted. 29 categories of vehicles, including those of President, Prime Minister, emergency and enforcement vehicles have also been exempted. The roads in the national capital are comparatively empty today. People are using public transport, two-wheelers, cycles and carpooling to get to their destinations. With Anupam Mishra, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
The air quality in the Delhi NCR region remains in severe category. A layer of toxic haze hung over the national capital and the overall air quality index stood at 436 this afternoon. Delhi's air quality took a hit after Diwali due to a combination of firecracker emissions, stubble burning and non-favorable meteorological conditions. In the wake of rising air pollution, Environment Pollution Prevention and Control Authority has already imposed a ban on all construction activities in Delhi and NCR till tomorrow. It has also banned cracker burning for this entire winter period. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. President Ramnath Kovind has urged the youth of the northeastern states to maintain and further improve their image of being excellent sportsmen and artists. He was addressing the 26th convocation ceremony of the Northeastern Hill University NEHU in Shillong today. He said institutions of higher education like NEHU can be instruments of social and economic transformation.
It is heartening to note that besides imparting higher education in all the major disciplines, the university is also giving a special emphasis on the development of this region, which has significant tribal population. Institutions of higher education like NEHU can also be instruments of social and economic transformation. The university can help Meghalaya in achieving better ranking on human development indices.
The Supreme Court today agreed to consider according urgent hearing to the bail plea of former Congress leader Sajjan Kumar, sentenced for life by the Delhi High Court in a 1984 anti-Sikh rights case. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi took note of the submissions by Kumar's advocate that the bail plea be accorded urgent hearing. Earlier, the former Congress leader moved the top court challenging the conviction and award of life imprisonment by the High Court. He has also sought bail during the pendency of his appeal in the apex court. The Karnataka Congress today requested the Supreme Court hearing the MLA's disqualification case to take on record a fresh audio clip in which Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa is purportedly referring to rebel MLAs. A bench headed by Justice N.V. Ramana said it will consult Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi for constituting the bench tomorrow to consider the fresh material given by the Karnataka Congress. The top court had on the 25th of October reserved verdict on a batch of petitions challenging the disqualification of 17 Karnataka MLAs before the trust vote moved by the previous H.D. Kumaraswamy government. The Supreme Court today dismissed the parole plea of Vikas Yadav, who is serving a 25-year jail term for killing business executive Nitish Katara in 2002. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi said the convict was awarded 25 years of jail term and it has to be served without any grant of remission. Moving on, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, offices reopened in Jammu today as per the annual Darbar Move tradition, under which the government functions for 6 months each in Jammu and Srinagar. Newly sworn-in Lieutenant Governor Girish Chandra Murmu was given a red carpet welcome and he inspected the Guard of Honour at the Civil Secretariat. Mr. Murmu later assumed his office at the Civil Secretariat. This is the first Darbar move after the abrogation of Article 370 and bifurcation of Jammu and Kashmir into 2 union territories. The Civil Secretariat and other government offices had closed in Srinagar on the 25th and 26th of October. Indian Army is holding the first recruitment rally in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir since its creation. It commenced in Sambha yesterday and will continue till the 12th of this month. The rally is being conducted to provide employment in the youth for 3 districts, Jammu, Sambha and Kathua. Over 44,000 aspirants from Jammu region have registered and are likely to be screened for their physical and medical fitness during the rally. More from our correspondent.
On the first day, more than 3,067 candidates from districts of Jammu division appeared for physical fitness tests. The response, as seen in the recruitment rally, is an indicator of the desire of the youth of Jammu and Kashmir to opt for peace and progress. This rally across the Jammu region goes a long way in meeting the aspirations of the youth of the hinterland and remote areas who wish to join the army, serve the nation and carve out a brighter future for themselves and their families. R.K. Rana, AR News, Jammu.
The very severe cyclonic storm Maha over East Central Arabian Sea has further intensified into extremely severe cyclonic storm. It is likely to cross Gujarat coast between Diu and Dwarka as severe cyclonic storm around midnight of Wednesday. AIR Ahmedabad correspondent reports the sea will remain rough and coastal districts of Saurashtra and South Gujarat are likely to receive light to moderate and isolated heavy rain under the influence of cyclonic storm.
Very severe cyclonic storm Maha intensified into extremely severe cyclonic storm and moving slowly towards Gujarat coast. Its intensity at the time of landfall on Gujarat coast will be more cleared in next 24 hours. However, Gujarat government has taken all precautionary measures. Fishermen have been warned not to venture the sea on Gujarat and Maharashtra coast. Coast Guard and NDRF have been asked to remain alert, while control rooms have been set up at all district headquarters under the State Disaster Management Authority. Yogesh Pandya, AR News, Ahmedabad.
In women's cricket, India registered a comfortable 53 win over West Indies in the second ICC Women's One Day International in North Sound last night. India were able to defend a modest total of 191 runs by bowling out the West Indies for 138 in 47.2 overs and levelled the 3-match ODI series 1-1. The spin troika of left-arm orthodox Rajeshwari Gaikwad, leg break specialist Poonam Yadav and off-spinner Deepti Sharma took 2 wickets each to restrict the hosts to a below-par score. The 2 teams will face off in the 3rd ODI on Wednesday. The News Services Division of All India Radio and its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak will bring you a discussion tonight on Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. Listeners can ask questions to the experts sitting in our studio on toll-free telephone numbers 1800-115767. Repeat 1800-115767. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 14th East Asia Summit begins in Bangkok. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with his Japanese counterpart Shinzo Abe. Discusses issues of mutual interest, including preparing ground for India-Japan 2+2 dialogue. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis meets BJP President Amit Shah, expresses confidence new government to be formed soon. Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar says responsible behaviour should be shown by people to tackle the problem of air pollution. And in women's cricket, India defeat the West Indies by 53 runs in the 2nd ODI to level the 3-match series. For details of these stories and more, visit News on AIR app and log on to our website, newsonair.com. And with that, we end the midday news.